Hi everybody, I'm Adriana from Sweet Sister Love, and this is for students of starting over. I know exactly what it's like to start over a whole bunch of times, over and over and over again, because we have multiple passions and we don't exactly fit into the standard. And I know what that feels like. And I just want to be encouraging to you. And one of the things that I have done over the years as a wellness teacher, is teach yoga classes and do a little bit of coaching with tapping and do a lot of writing. And one of the habits that I have created over the years is called a living journal. I bring my journal to life with images and affirmations and recipes and things that will encourage me on the path. So I'd like to show you a few pages of what I've created and then invite you to do the same with one of your journals. And you don't need a brand new journal. You can actually use the journals that you already exist. One day I'm gonna have a feast. I'm gonna make like a shrimp boil or some kind of thing where you just put brown paper down and then spill the ingredients all over the brown paper and everyone kind of just eats in a communal way. I've always really enjoyed the idea of that. My first career is in cooking. I went to culinary school many years ago. And then after culinary school, after a few years, I went to yoga teacher training and I've been teaching yoga and I've been cooking ever since. So I have like 20 years of cooking experience plus 10 years plus of facilitating and yoga experience. And I recently went back to college because I never finished my bachelor's degree. And so I'm just making art with my life, finding things that fit me and seeing if they work. And it takes a lot of courage to be that way. It takes a lot of courage to try and try again and face your failures and not try, but do the thing and keep working at it and keep discovering yourself. And that's really what this channel is about. It's about sharing a practice that helps you feel better and about starting over and releasing the guilt that comes with starting over, because I feel so guilty all the time. Every time I have to restart my life, I just feel there's like a little piece of me that feels ashamed and embarrassed that like at 46 years old I don't have it all together. And I want to turn that around. I don't want to be that way anymore. I don't want to feel bad about myself. I want to feel good about the choices I've made, and I want to come to these feelings of higher love. And I want that for you too. So I'm looking for my favorite page. I just made this page actually. I hosted a little workshop called Enter the Dream Space, and it was meditation, somatic practices, and time with our journal. I think it's hiding behind this. So one of the things that I do as a yoga teacher is I teach the chakras through the rainbow. And rainbow medicine has a lot of meanings. Like rainbow medicine really is like cacao medicine. It's about the heart. And I started to really link these ideas of indigenous practices with our Western version of like what healing is. And I just wanted to bring my interests in my lineage and my interests in the yoga practice together, and to start making my belief system and my practices really congruent. So the day of the workshop, I put this together. This was actually here for many years, back to the source. So with these two images, And what I guided everyone to do was to create the chakra system in a centerfold like this, so that whenever you feel off balance, you can come back to this page and either add to it or have it remind you of a simple meditation. So I'd like to do that with you now and just share a really simple meditation that helps you tap into your chakra system. Ready? Let's sit nice and comfortable, and with your feet flat on the ground. You can lengthen the spine. Imagine that there's this string pulling you from the top of the head, so you really get long. And you can close your eyes if that feels good. And tap into that center line. There's a line that runs down the middle of the body. And if you follow that line all the way to the bottom of your spine, all the way to the very bottom of your tailbone, a few inches in front of that space is where the root begins, and the root is red. If you travel up a couple of inches just below the navel, we have the sacral, and this is orange. And if you travel up another couple of inches, you reach what is called the solar plexus, and this is yellow. And then you move up all the way to the center of the chest, and this is the heart, and it's green. Then you can move another several inches up to the throat, and this is blue. And from the throat, we travel up to the space called the third eye, and this space here is a beautiful violet. And then a couple of inches right above the crown of the head is a culmination of all the colors, a rainbow. I like to think of it as a pearl with its iridescence, and somehow it captures all of the colors. You can also imagine it like a crystal, reflecting or catching the light. And so we're going to move from the bottom to the top in this really simple meditation. Ready? Take a deep breath. Red, orange, yellow, green for the heart, blue, violet, and all the colors culminating at the crown of the head. And you can move as quickly or as slowly as you would like to, visualizing each color from the root all the way up to the crown. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and the whole rainbow at the crown. Take a deep breath. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and all the colors of the rainbow at the crown. Now quietly scan the body and notice if there's a color that stands out more than others. Notice if there's a void in imagining the colors. Maybe you say the word but you can't see the color. All these little things can be clues or messages to which chakra needs your attention. Take another deep breath. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and the rainbow at the crown of the head. Keep going. Keep imagining. Keep dreaming. The lower three chakras, so red, orange, and yellow, are all about identity. They are how you see yourself, how you think the world sees you. It has to do with self-esteem. It has to do with all of your foundations. So money, family life, home life, expression, self-expression, sexuality, sensuality, pleasure, digestion, food, your core, your belief system, your conviction comes from that very, core, the inside of you, the very center of you. The heart acts like a bridge between those identities, which are all 3D, earth-based, like this living experience, this life plane that we are on. And it is a bridge to those higher chakras, which are divinity and truth and the ability to see. So the throat is about truth and expression. The third eye is about deeper sight. And the crown is about receiving messages, having a clear channel. And the heart lies in the middle between these two. It can act as a filter for the identity or the ego part of us to move through that filter to communicate with the divine. And it acts as a filter for the messages that the divine gives us that is asking to be lived in the world. And the heart being that bridge is the connection between heart medicine and in indigenous practices. Because heart medicine is about bridging earth and heaven. How do I bring heaven to earth? And how do I bring the things of this earth to a higher plane, to a higher love? I really love this way of experiencing healing because you only need to know the rainbow to know what practice you can enter. And all of us know a rainbow. We've all seen a rainbow. We all have experienced the rain, which brings a rainbow too. And this practice is something that I use to open all of my classes, including, these kind of not exactly a traditional healing class, more like a crafting kind of art workshop, but it's how I started that class too, because it's so important to be in touch with yourself, to know how you feel, to experience yourself, to be responsible for anything that might be on or off about you in any particular moment. And I think that tapping into the body, it's a key. It's a key to unlock what you can't unravel in your mind and in your spirit. The body can help you process. And I think that the ancients, the wise ones, left these clues for us so that we would use them. And as a student of starting over, I know how important it is to have a practice that helps you tap into who you are and how you really feel. And sometimes, we don't know what that is because there's so much happening in life that maybe you don't take the time, or maybe you don't have the idea on how to do it. So I hope that this video has given you an idea on how you can tap into your own body, how you can begin to understand the chakra system, and a really inviting way for you to also practice. I have more, but I'll keep it short and sweet for this video. I hope that it serves you, and I hope that you are inspired by some of the things that I'm doing and coming up with. I'd love to see you on my email newsletter list. You can join the First Friday newsletter at sweetsister.love. I also have a more often than once a month newsletter on Substack, so you can read on Substack. Also, there's a paid option, which gets a little more, a couple more articles than the free option. And if you're interested in working with me, you'll find all of those offerings on the shop page of sweetsister.love. And yeah, I write stories that help us heal. And I am figuring out, alongside wonderful people like you, how to start over, and how to start over in a way that really matters and that is true to us. How to no longer defy ourselves, harm ourselves, self-sabotage. And I think a way to start is to get to know yourself and to get to know those parts of you that are asking for more. And I hope that this has given you a little something to start working on. Okay, find me everywhere, okay, as sweetsister.love. Thank you.